Hey YouTube, this is Master Maniac. We are back for another episode of Satisfactory. Last time we set up these guys, a total of 15 fully automated biomass burners for our starter power, giving us 450 megawatts. Never going to complain about that. Today, probably going to do minor improvements to this, but the primary thing that I want to do is some milestones. So there is a slight problem that's throttling this, and it's the speed of the output belts from here and from here. So in theory, or I'm sorry, it's the speed of the input belt to this one, and I don't think I have the plates to do it. Yeah. But that's okay. I can deal with that later. We've got more than enough power for now. So what I want to do is I want to do some of the milestones at the hub, and I want to gather up the copper and iron that's nearby to here and build a proper setup for them. We've mostly got impure nodes over here, but it would be nice to have all the basic stuff correctly automated and ratioed out. That way I can continue to come over here and do these milestones. And I think I'm going to start with field research on this one. Do that, and that, and that. Good to go. It's only going to take 3 minutes for that to come back.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency and alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
All right. Thank you, Ada. Yeah, this is basically your tech tree. And this means that I can go ahead and start looking for hard drives and stuff that are scattered around. As well as, I guess it wouldn't hurt to start grabbing power slugs and Mercer spheres and summer sloops and all that. Those are going to be very necessary later on. For the moment, though, I believe... Yeah, I've got a little bit of stuff here that I can research in the MAM. So we'll start with this research. And all these alien parts are basically going to give us access to these, which we can use mostly for...
that tends to nest near
I'm gonna skip Ada here. The alien parts here are mostly going to be used for inhalers and for DNA capsules, which can be used for ticket production with the awesome sync. In Caterium research, we'll get access to the Blade Runners, basically increased move speed and stuff like that, as well as different types of rebar gun ammo.
The metal has...
I appreciate that, Ada, but no thank you. Down here, you can get some research into medical inhalers and stuff, and then there's all kinds of different other things that we can research here shortly. For right now, I'm not too terribly worried about it, but what I am worried about is this, the resource sync bonus program. And I've got to wait for the thing to arrive. That's okay. And grab up some of this concrete. All right, should be everything I need for this, and we'll send it. And this will basically let us turn extra resources into coupons. Oh no, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Okay, so I guess let's start by building some platforms. That would probably be the best idea. And these... and go on the world grid. World grid is better. And we'll just zoom out a large area like this. All right, got a platform built right about where I want it. So it looks like, at least for what's nearby, we're gonna have about 90 iron ore and 60 copper ore per minute. So I'm gonna start with the iron over here. I believe it's 30 per minute in these, is that correct? Yeah. So we can get by with just 3 of them. And then over on this side, we'll do the copper. That, and copy and paste. All right, good. And that's going to be 90 per minute, so we're not really going to be able to make full use of this quite yet. At least not until we get reinforced plates automated. Here as well. At least this one will be able to work, right? All right, so the next part, I guess, will be what are we going to make with the copper? And that's going to be wires, so that takes 15 per minute. I'm going to need some more reinforced plates real quick, and on that subject, how about let's head over to, nope, is it control middle click? What did I set the ping button to? Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I changed it to left alt. All right, so anyway, that over there should have a crash site for us where we can grab a hard drive to research on the MAM. And the reason that this is important is because I want the stitched iron plate alternate recipe. It is significantly better than the basic iron plate, and frankly, I hate making screws. So this should make my life a good bit easier. The problem with screws is just how many you need for just about any purpose. Oh no. It's very easy to break your belt's capacity with just huge production numbers for screws. Oh, I forgot. We can destroy debris now. Oh boy. Free stuff. All right. Oh, there's our first modular frames and some more free stuff. Rotors. Looks like there's more iron ore over here. That's really nice, actually. All right, so what do I need to open you? Just some rods. Good.
Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for analysis in the MAM, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission. Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract.
Yep. So now we can come over here to our special tab, drop the MAM down, and we'll go ahead and start this hard drive to processing. Now that'll take about 10 minutes to cook up, so in the meantime, I'm going to see if I can go find another couple, maybe? And we're back. I found another crash site here, and this one requires power. So just so you guys can see where on the map this is where we were building before, and there's this little lake up here to the northeast. By the way, this stuff on the map is thanks to the cartograph mod, which is great. So that one requires a bit of power, 70 megawatts, to be specific. And the way I usually like to handle that is by carrying enough biomass and burners. Here we can make... Oh, no. That's also not right. I can do math. Pull that back, I guess. And hook this one up here. Turn it on. And then we'll run that way real quick. And we'll salvage whatever we can from over here. Ooh, the stinky flowers. Alright, good. No reason to keep these up and running, and it should only use a little bit of your biofuel. Yeah, that's the easy way to deal with that. I don't think there's any of these crash sites that require any absurd amount of power. So, usually carrying enough for a handful of biofuel generators is more than enough to keep up with it. And I guess while I'm here, start collecting slug, since we have the ability to research them now.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fix-it production line efficiency. Research it in the...
Long story short, those slugs allow you to overclock machines. Cost more power, but also work more quickly. We're not going to be using those yet.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application.
Very much enjoy the reference to Matthew Mercer from Critical Role. This tickles my nerd reflex. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this entire crater over here that's got a bunch of iron too. Cool. This will be good to use later. It's unfortunate that there's not much water here. All right, there's one more crash site that I know of, so I'm going to run and get to that real quick, and I will link up with you guys when I do. All right, I have found the other crash site that I know of, and just for reference of where we're at, that's the ping. That's where we started. It's basically straight north from the previous crash site. And I think, if I'm remembering appropriately, I'm not going to be able to get down that way. Maybe if I had the Blade Runners. If I'm remembering correctly, this one, is dangerous because of mobs. Yeah, that's one of the big spitters. The alpha spitters, I think, is what they're called. They hurt very much, so avoid them at all costs. At least until you've got some sort of weapon that can do more than tickle them. But yeah, if I recall correctly, this one has an enemy guarding it. Oh, an alpha hog. So what I'm going to do is attempt to not aggro him. Oh, good. Yep, there goes that plan. Come on, Mr. Hog. Yeah, do that. Run off the thing. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, no. Nope. That's my purse. I don't know you. Please get up on top of literally anything here. Ugh. Okay. Well, no requirements. Just gonna open this door and pick up whatever I can from... Okay. I'm sorry. I'll stop. Goodbye. No, 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 no. No, thank you. Ugh. Yeah. You go that way. All right. I'll meet up with you guys here in just a minute once I get back home. Oh, I'm lucky I've got these nuts to cram in my mouth. By the way, I'm sure you guys have seen me do the crouch slide movement tech. It's basically just a little bit faster than sprinting. As long as you have a surface that you can consistently slide jump across. However, I've noticed it appears that the speed bonus compounds for this now, which is great. Makes it a lot easier to get across this desert. Oop. Yeah, there's another hog over there. Okay. All right, almost home. All right, we're back, and the first hard drive is done scanning. So it looks like...
Hard drive analysis completed. Alternative recipe selection available in the map.
Yes, thank you. I'm gonna well, no. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to this for the moment. Let's look at Caterium real quick. I need 15 or 50 of that, so that's gonna be out of the question for now. Mycelia, I did get some mycelia. How much do I need to do that? Only 5? Sure.
The mycelial networks of these fungi possess unusually resilient hyphae, which show potential for making a strong but lightweight natural fabric. Additionally, it has similar medicinal and pest control applications to mycelia on Earth.
All right. Well, that's great and all. I'm gonna do some of the smaller research here real quick and get that taken care of and out of the way. So like the alien megafauna, all of the alien parts can be turned into DNA for the capsules. So I'm gonna do all of those that I can and just cut it away. BRB. And to clarify, the reason why I'm doing this before I scan another hard drive is it locks you out of doing MAM research while a hard drive is scanning. So I'd rather get this taken care of real quick and hopefully get into this rebar
Research
gun.
completed. Alien protein can now be turned into biomass or, in addition...
Thank you, Ada. All right. Now I need... How much of that do I need? Be 5 DNA canisters. That shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. Okay, get that researched real quick. Here it is. By the way, you can also get more inventory slots and stuff from the MAM tree, expand the number of hand slots you've got and all that good stuff.
Research to develop the rebar gun is now...
Yep. And it's unfortunate, but that research node is purely to get the rebar gun. Is there... Oh, I don't remember if there was something else that I wanted to get here. Part assembly? It is part assembly. We'll go ahead and get this put together real quick. New game. Take a shot every time I say real quick. We'll grab these. Yeah, it did grab them. And we'll launch the... No, we won't launch the part assembly thing, but we will at least put the resources in there. The reason why we're not launching it currently is because it would unlock the assembler, which means more recipes are unlocked, which means more alternate recipes are unlocked. And that means it would be less likely for me to find the alternate recipe that I'm looking for currently with this. So now I'm going to research the Mercer Sphere. Good.
Mercer Sphere and...
Very important research, but we're also going to need to get SAM and summer sloops as well. All of this is going to be very important come later, but it's also going to take a probably enormous gathering trip to make it all worthwhile. All right, now it's time to scan these hard drives. So I'm going to get these knocked out real quick, and I'll meet up with you guys here in just a minute. I just realized that I am the dumb. The recipe that I need, or the recipe that I'm aiming for to unlock, is an assembler recipe. So we need to launch this before I can do that. So,
milestone reached.
yeah.
The assembler can produce
Anyway, this
more
has been
complex parts,
processing
including the
for
first
like
project part,
almost
smart
5
plating,
minutes.
which is crucial for initiating
Gonna let that
project
finish
assembly.
up. By the way,
Project parts must be delivered to the space.
Ada, please. This over here leads up to a Caterium node, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up to research Caterium and the MAM. And we can hopefully get some Blade Runners today. That'd be nice. BRB. Okay, it looks like that hard drive is done. And neither of these are really what I'm looking for. I'm going to rescan this one. Hey, that's what we're looking for. Hell yeah. So this one is great because it's way cheaper. Let's look at... It's cheaper, and you don't have to worry about screws. It takes a little bit more iron, but in place of the screws, you get... Ooh. What was that? Oh, that... Ooh. I heard the kablooey and didn't know that that made the boom sound on re-entry, I guess. But yeah, so that recipe is a little bit easier to work with. The ratios are a little bit better. I believe it's 1-to-1 copper and iron ore for the raw materials for 3 reinforced plates. So yeah, you end up getting more out of it. It's a little bit faster. It uses less resources overall. Good recipe to have. I'm going to go ahead and scan this other... No, I'm not. I'm going to do the Caterium real quick and unlock the things that I want from that tree. Alright, so Caterium's been expanded out a little bit. Basically, I'm just pulling it down from up there, cooking it, and... Oh, okay, I guess that's just sending all it can. Pulling it down, cooking it, turning it into quick wire in here. I can make a pretty good chunk of it, but I needed that quick wire so that we can come in here and unlock this research. Okay, Caterium Electronics. Get power poles Mark II. Hugely important. Go away, Ada. Hugely important. As well as, these are going to be important later, the smart splitters. And then the zipline. Zipline will just be generally useful. But yeah, so give me just a moment. Let me get a few hundred
Zipline unlocked.
Of this.
When equipped, the zipline
and I will be back with you in a moment.
along power lines, regardless.
Alright, and we're back, and we've got these power poles unlocked. So let's go ahead and select those as our primary power pole. So the reason that these are so important is because they have up to 7 connections, whereas the original power poles only have 4. Meaning that there can only be 4 cables coming out of any one tier 1 power pole. However, you place a tier 2, you'll see that there are 7. And later on you can go to the Awesome Shop where you can spend the coupons from the Awesome Sink, and you can get the doubled power outlets. I usually don't end up using anything beyond the Mark II power outlets because I end up grabbing those double wall outlets, which are functionally 14 connections per node, right? Yeah, where is the... Hold on. I thought that the Blade Runners were in the Caterium tree, but they must not be. How about... I think I saw a quartz rock over here. Let's bust this real quick and see if it's in the quartz tree.
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Okay, only takes 10. See what we got in here. Blade Runners are here. Okay.
The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation.
Alright. So it looks like we're going to need more of that to get the Blade Runners. Can I scan for quartz? There's not going to be any even remotely close, I would bet. Judging by how long that ping's taken. Oh. Okay. Okay. That should be doable. Couple of normal nodes. Okay. Well, I guess for now, back to the project at hand. Alright, we are back, and let me show you what I got going on up here before it gets to be too much of a spaghetti mess. So, over here on this side is all the copper stuff. These four creating just wires. This one is condensing 2 of these down to make cables at 30 a minute. Not bad. It does need to be hooked up to power. There we go. There's the smelters for the copper. And this should be a grand total of, 60 copper ingots per minute. Over here, we've got 2 machines making... keeps automatically activating text boxes. 2 machines making iron rods. And those will go into this merger, which will go into this splitter. And we'll send half of them to this box and the other half to this constructor to make some screws just in case we need them. As much as I hate having them, there's still a lot of recipes in the early game that are going to need them for the moment. And yeah, that's about it for now. Right over there, I'm getting set up. I need to build 2 more of those, which we have almost everything we need to do it. I need to build 2 more of these assemblers to get the reinforced iron plates up and running. So let me handle that real quick. Alright, that should be everything set up and ready to go. So I've taken apart the old setups that were down here and just cluttered, and I've routed all of the materials into here. I've been dropping everything from the boxes into where they're supposed to go respectively. Just to keep everything in line and ready to go. So the only thing that I should have to do now is come over to this. Drop an extra line there. And hook all of this up to power. Now let's see. Okay, our max consumption is still in a really good place. We're only using about 1/3 of the power that we have available. So that's really good. And yeah, so as long as everything is hooked up correctly, which don't count on me for that. But as long as everything's hooked up correctly, we should be able to make, once some stuff backs up, around about 15 of these reinforced plates per minute, which is very nice. Alright, whilst we're waiting on that factory over there to back up, I'm going to go ahead and work on getting the 120 limestone per minute here processed. And this one I'll put together on camera because it should be quick and painless. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. I'm out of cables. That's okay. Should be able to toss a crafting bench down and solve that problem. Okay. So we get those dudes hooked up, and these will all be doing concrete. Now these will take 45 a minute. Copy, thank you. Paste, paste, and paste. And then we'll go mergers. 1, 2, and 3. Get ourselves a storage container. That should be good enough for the output. Now let's do the inputs over here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for good measure, we're going to throw a merger. Let's call it right there. Bring this dude down. And get those. So that's 60 a minute coming in there. Place that down, and we'll get this dude for another 60 a minute. And switch to Mark II belts. That going in 2 of them, and then the rest can be Mark 1s. Good. Good, good, good. And then belt up these. Okay. And output's already taken care of, so finishing touches. Power cables. And run this over to, I guess, here. And then down to that power pole. Good. So now we should be making much, much, much more concrete than we were before. Very nice. By the way, there's a couple of sulfur rocks over here, not too far from where we started.
Unknown chemical element collected. This non-metallic and multivalent element seems to be present only in a solid state and exhibits a most pungent.
That's enough,
Research
Ada.
it in the MAM.
I may just turn Ada off for this. Although I don't know, she's got some fun lines, especially when you're collecting the Mercer spheres and stuff. But this should unlock a new tree in the MAM, the tree filled with the explosives. The good tree. So yeah. Oh, also I started scanning that third hard drive, so give me a second. We'll see if we can catch a peek of what was on that. Okay, you can get inventory slots from that, or find concrete. Not super concerned with that for the moment, though. Let's see, what about sulfur? What can I get out of you? Okay, and then it looks like we're going to need coal or modular frames for the rest, so there's not a whole lot I can do there. I need 20 quartz to get that, and then I'll need 50 silica. I don't think I'll have enough for the silica to get the blade runners. And I don't even have enough of the quartz. Unfortunate. Okay, well, those things can go away. This can go away. I guess we can research the power slugs. Under alien technology? No, it's right here. There we go. There's the blue one.
This semi-slug, now dubbed power slug.
Quit taking me out of the menu. So what about these? So I need cables and screws. Okay, I'll grab those real quick. All right, here we go. So do this, and this will unlock the object scanner for blue slugs. And this will unlock the object scanner for yellow slugs. There we go. And then eventually we'll be able to get purple slugs as well, but we're not quite there yet. To unlock overclocking, I'll just need a singular power shard, but I'm not going to do that yet either because I want to get a few summer sloops so we can double our slug to power shard thing. So yeah, I guess aside from that, we can get the zip line. And the zip line works pretty much exactly as you would expect it to. So you can either hold left click or click right click and it'll stay open, and then you just latch onto a power line. And if you're good at it, you can really chain them together and make some moves. Oh, or you can miss them entirely and take a bunch of fall damage. But yeah, this will be really good for getting up to like high places and stuff. I know there's a bunch of nodes and stuff up there. So yeah, good stuff. We've made a lot of progress today. You know what? I almost forgot the rebar gun. Very useful to have. No, Ada. No. I can talk about this on my own. So this is going to be very helpful for exploration as well. What's it cost to make you? I'm going to need 100 more screws. Alright, let's try now and get this rebar gun up and running. And then, obviously, we got to make ourselves some ammo. Alright, that's good enough. So let's drop this into our hand. It doesn't look like much. Press R to slap some stuff into it. Slap whatever ammo. You can hold R if you have more than one ammo type in your inventory to select which ammo to put in there. I believe there's a hatcher nest right here. Yeah. Now, these are affected by gravity a little bit. Look at that. 2 shots to take one of those out. We'll never complain about that. Now, what I will complain about is these little dudes that are left over and about to come and attack me. Come on, guys. Come on. Any day now. There we go. And from here we can build up a little bit because there is a Mercer sphere over here. Probably up 2 more. Yeah.
Live, laugh, consume.
Neat. Alright. So it looks like we're good here. Next time, I think this is a good place to call it for now. But next time, I think we get into the space elevator and launching into the next phase. So appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. I guess I'll see y'all next time. Take it easy.